Good morning, children. So the topic for today is business letters of complaint. So when we write letters of complaint, first we should know what kind of topics can be there. So what kind of topics can be there? It can be incomplete or defective order about which you can complain, or it can be the abnormal delay in sending the consignment. So you can also complain about the delay. Okay, you already ordered for something, but there is delay in that consignment, so you can complain about the delay in consignment. Third is the goods arrive in damaged condition, so that is also a cause of complaint. Next one can be the goods are different from what was ordered. Okay, you can also complain when the things are not what you had already ordered. The next topic can also be like quantity of goods is not what was ordered. So quantity, if you ordered 10 sets of something but you received 7, so that is also an issue to be complained. Goods are delivered to wrong address, yes, then it is definitely to be complained. Work undertaken is done unsatisfactorily. So if you asked some company to do some work, but that the work is being done not as per your satisfaction, that also you can complain. Misbehavior of staff or salesman, that also can be complained. A mistake in preparing the invoice is bill. Defective packing might lead to the damage of goods in transit. So when the packing is was not okay kinds. Mistakes in a bill or reminders for payment after the bill has been paid. Okay, or the other topics can be wrongdoing in public, rash driving or of the DTC driver, poor treatment of street dogs, any other. So these are the various, topics for writing a letter of complaint. Okay, there can be many more topics. It's not that only they are there. Okay, so these are the general topics for which you can write a letter of complaint. Is that clear? So when you write a letter of complaint, its format will be, on the top you write your address, sender's address is there. Okay, the sender's address is usually put on the top left hand corner of the page. So on the very top, on the left side, you'll be writing sender's address. Okay, the one who writes letter. Then date will be there. Okay, so receiver's address. Whether to write to above the address depends on the writer's preference. So make sure you write the title, name, position, etc. of the receiving official as the first line of the address. Then after receiver's address, salutation. So dear manager, dear editor, anything like that. So subject. Then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. Subject is summing up like what your whole letter is about. So it helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter. It is important to underline the subject. Then comes body of the letter. Body means content, main part of the letter. This is the main content of the letter. It is either divided into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs if the letter is briefer. Okay. So the tone of the content should be formal. Do not use any offensive language. Another point to be kept in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point. And be always be respectful and considerate in your language. It should include, so first of all, what you must remember while writing the content of your letter, like the language should be formal and respectful. Okay, formal, at the same time the tone should be uh, formal tone should be there, and it should be very concise and to the point. You're not to write very lengthy business letters, they should be very brief. Okay, so These things should be kept in mind. Short introduction of the paragraph. We are talking about these points now. So short introduction of the paragraph. So the paragraph, short introduction of the paragraph, provide details about the product or service that is the subject of the complaint, right? So in the very beginning, give introduction to the product or the service about which you are going to talk about in the letter. Include dates, location, and the specification about the item or service. So what kind of dates or the specification are we have to give? We are to talk about the thing. Supposing we are going to complain about some service, then we must talk about like which service on which date, okay, or the location or the other specific details about that product or service about which we are going to complain about. State the issue with item or service, okay. Provide details as to the cause. This may include malfunction, billing issues, details that were not disclosed, etc. So indicate how you would like them to resolve your problem. So very important thing, like what you want in the end. It's okay, you've complained, whatever the thing you have to complain about, you complained. But in the end, what do you want? Do you want uh, some you want them to send some person to your place to fix the problem, or you want it to be get replaced or something? Provide specifications about what you are seeking. Indicate you are including copies of the transaction document. Okay, this is very important. Mention that you are including the copies of the transaction document. Then indicate you look forward to their reply with a specific time period. Finally, very important, like ask for the reply. Indicate you look forward to their reply. Okay, very important. It's not that you talk about a complaint and you tell like what you want, but in the end, you like tell them like you're expecting some reply from them also. Then indicate that they can contact you about the issue and provide you contact details. Very important. Then indicate that they can contact you about that issue and provide you the contact details. Finally, complimentary close. How to write a complimentary close? For example, yours truly. So don't write yours faithfully. Okay, you need not to be very formal about writing the word yours faithfully. Yours truly would be better. Signature, here finally you sign your name, and then write your name in block letters beneath the signature followed by your designation. So this is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter. First your signature, okay, then your name, and then your designation, right? So there are some tips, you must remember them. Although the motive of the complaint letter is to vent out your grievance and frustration, it is very important that you use a tone that is polite and simple. Okay, so though you are writing the letter to give a vent, to give an outlet to your anger or to your frustration, but even then the tone of your language should be very polite and simple. Try to be formal and avoid using offensive and disrespectful words. Make sure that you introduce yourself properly. Introduce yourself properly doesn't mean that your name and address on the very top. The main thing is like if you're going to talk about some defect, then introduce that object or the product which you purchased, on which date you purchased it, and if you have the bill with you, if you have the warranty card with you, all that specifications should be mentioned very clearly. So the purpose of writing should be loud and clear. Purpose should be clear, like what exactly you want. Do not deviate from the topic and write to the point. Make sure you adhere to the word format as it carries marks. So very important, like write the letter as per the proper format, because format also carries marks. Underline the subject of the letter with a pencil or pen. Also underline the main points and is very important, but it is advisable that you do it after finishing your exam. Make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spellings, they carry marks. Okay, ma'am, beta, we'll be coming up to the letters. From there, you can see the format properly. Okay. Make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spelling. Gushan, beta, increase volume of your device. Increase volume of your device, Gushan. Okay, just a minute. Yes, now you people check. Gushan, is it okay now? Okay, so make sure you double check for your grammatical mistakes, right? So the presentation is very important. Read a lot of letters to get an idea. Okay, so read a lot of letters to get an idea. That is also very important. It's not that you just go through the format, you know how to write a letter, how to write a letter. In order to improve your language, in order to get a better expression, it's very important you read a lot of letters. You must not learn any letter as such. You must read. You must read a lot. Only then you'll get to have, fluency in your ideas or fluency in your content. So here is now first letter which we are going to discuss. It's a specimen. Complaint letter example. So question number 1 is, write a letter to Messrs. Oxford Publishing House, London, complaining that the books sent by them were not those who had ordered for. Ask for a replacement. You are Varun Joshi, Sector 20, Chandigarh. So what's the question? That you want to complain that the books sent by them were not those who had ordered for, which you had ordered for. Yes, you can leave line after part. For example, first sender's address, then leave a line, then date, leave a line, receiver's address, afterwards leave one line again, before subject, after subject, leave one line. So after each new segment, you can leave one line, because when you leave the line, then the things look very, attractive. The things look clear. Otherwise, it's not a part of the format. But yes, when you leave a line after one segment, okay, complete segment, then the things look clearer. Okay, you people have grown up now. By this time, you must know, like, what's the purpose of leaving space. The purpose of leaving space is to give clarity to what you are writing. Otherwise, the things look cluttered up. Okay. So now the question is, letter complaining that the books sent by them were not those you had ordered for. Got it? You ordered for some books and you got the consignment, but the books are not the same which you had ordered for. Got it? You got wrong books. Now you are going to complain about it. So on the top, your address, because here your address is given, you are Varun Joshi, sector 20, Chandigarh, right? So what the writer is writing, examination hall, sector 20, Chandigarh. So examination hall could have been, deleted. Sector 20, Chandigarh could have been there only. Is that clear? Varun Joshi, your name comes in the end. So on the top, your address, sector 20, Chandigarh. Then you could leave a line, Messrs. Oxford Furnishing, then date is there. After date also you can leave a line, Messrs. Oxford Publishing House, Consumer Complaint Division, London. Got it? So the address we have picked up from the question itself. You are not to invent your own address. After that, leave one line, then subject. See the subject, complaint regarding receipt of wrong set of books. So first of all, the thing which you must remember is complaint. What is complaint? Here it is, the complaint is the noun form. You're not to write complaining, right? Complaint regarding receipt of wrong set of books. So sir or ma'am. So don't write sir or ma'am. It's not like whatever we find here that is correct. So you people don't write sir or ma'am. You write dear, uh, dear manager or something. On Feb, then the content is going to start, and see how the content starts. On February 1, 2021, I bought a set of books. I bought a set, order number this, to be delivered to Chandigarh sector 20. So here number one, the date is mentioned, like on which date you ordered. Okay, on this date, I bought a book set, order number. So order number is also mentioned, to be delivered to this given address. So of course it is your address, sender's address. To my dismay, I have not received the set I ordered for and have instead received the wrong book set. I am highly disappointed. So what has happened? To my dismay, I have not received the set which I ordered, but I have received a wrong set of books and I'm very, very disappointed. Okay. So in two lines, the things have been cleared out. In the first line, the writer has mentioned the details, like on which date he ordered for what, okay, and even gave the address and bill number. And in the second line, he mentioned like what is the cause of complaint now. What's the cause of complaint? That he has got a defective set of books, right? So the issue is clear now. Now even a third person will come to know like why has this letter been written, right? So to resolve the problem, I would appreciate if you could replace the wrong book set with the one originally ordered. So here you are to see this very clearly, like how the writer is now going to give explanation. It's not that in the very first line he becomes offensive or he starts using foul language. See the kind of tone he is using. In the very beginning, he wants the solution. Okay, he says to resolve the problem, I would appreciate if you could replace the wrong book set with the one originally ordered. In the very beginning, he is talking about the solution. He says like, in order to solve the situation, I would appreciate if you could replace the wrong book set with the one which I had ordered for. Got it? So please let me know as soon as possible what action you propose to take. See again the tone of the letter. Please let me know as soon as possible what action you propose to take, like what you are going to do now. So instead of simply saying like, now please tell me what will you do now, so please let me know as soon as possible what action you propose to take. I look forward to hearing from you within the next 10 days. So the writer is also making it very clear that he's like very clearly he has given the time. He says within 10 days solve my problem, and within 10 days reply me also. So I look forward to hearing from you within next 10 days. Means within 10 days, give me the clarification like what you are going to do. So I want a reply from you within 10 days. Enclosed are the copies of the transaction document and the receipt. Very important thing. So when you had already ordered, so tell them like now you are enclosing the copies of the transaction document and the receipt. So what kind of receipt? Like it might be the receipt regarding the payment you might have already made. So transaction document and the receipt copies are there. I look forward to your reply and a resolution to my problem, and will wait until the aforementioned time before seeking help from a consumer protection agency or the Better Business Bureau. So very important in the end. It's not that you're threatening that company, but yes, that person, that company should also know like if they will not solve your problem, then what can you do? I look forward to your reply and a resolution to my problem, and will wait until the aforementioned time before seeking help from a consumer protection agency. So you've already given him 10 days, right? So, and see now the tone, like I look forward to your reply and a solution to my problem, and will wait until the aforementioned time. What is the aforementioned time? 10 days, like the time which I've already mentioned. So I will wait for 10 days before I complain in the Consumer Protection Agency. Got it? So it's not that you're threatening this company that you will go to the consumer court. You're telling him that in case you will not sort out my problem, then I have my way out also. Right? Please contact me at the given address or phone at this number. So either you contact me at the above mentioned address or you can call me at this number. Sincerely, Varun Joshi, enclosures, copy of receipt and transaction documents. So this is a complete good letter of complaint. Okay. It's not that you people don't know how to write a letter of complaint, but the kind of language, the kind of expression, and the kind of sequence of the things. First of all, tell the in the very first line mention what you asked for. In the second line, what your problem is now. Then you mention like what you exactly want, and then you give the details like you give the proof, like what proof you have regarding the case you are talking about, and finally tell them exactly what you want, and in case they will not reply to you, then what will you do? Okay, finally give your address and phone number. Sincerely, Varun Joshi, enclosures, a copy of receipt and transaction documents. Right? So this letter you write in your fair notebook also. Okay, you may take the screenshot and you may write this letter as it is in your notebook, so that you get an idea like what exactly we want you to write. What exactly I mean, the sequence of the things, the sequence, the kind of formal language, the kind of uh, expression which we expect you people to follow in your write-ups. Right? Now see the next question. So here is question number 2. You are Sanjeet of 122 Arjun Nagar, New Delhi. A number of scooters and cars are parked in your locality without any order, causing blockage of the streets. Write a letter to the local secretary of the Residents Association complaining against the problem. So what's the problem? That many cars are parked in your locality without any order. Means there no one can park any car in any road or any street. Okay, and that causes blockage in the streets. So write a letter to the local secretary of the Residents Association complaining against the problem. Got it? So on the top your address 122 Arjun Nagar, New Delhi. Then you could leave a line, Feb, whatever. Then the address of the addressee, the secretary. Only secretary would not be enough. The secretaries, Residents Association, New Delhi. Then leave a line, write down dear manager, dear secretary, subject. So if the designation is secretary over here, you can mention dear secretary. Okay. Now subject, complaint regarding the issue of bad parking habits in the locality. Okay. So the first word should be complaint, not complaining. I would like to drive your attention to the bad parking habits of residents in our locality. It is resulting in a lot of chaos and no place for parking for those who come back late. Despite defining the areas assigned to each vehicle, cars are parked amidst two parking spots. One vehicle occupies a space for two or three vehicles, leading to mismanagement. Two-wheelers are placed nowhere near the allotted zone. This creates problems for other people as they have to then spend a lot of time finding parking spots in other localities. It includes frustration and tension for the safety of vehicles. So various notices and warnings have been given to the rule violators. But to our dismay, no betterment can be seen. I request you to take strict action as this is leading to fights between the residents. So effective speedy action is expected considering the depth of the situation. Yours sincerely, Sanjeev, a concerned citizen or a concerned resident, right? Yes, if the address is not mentioned, if sender's address is not mentioned, then you will write your address for, then you will write examination hall dash 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 city, right? If no address is mentioned, then examination hall dash 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 city. Is that clear? So have you seen this letter also? This is complaint regarding the issue of bad parking habits in the locality. Write this letter in your own words later on. Okay, today is your last class before holidays. From tomorrow will be the last working day, right? Your classes will be till 10th of June. You know this, I guess. Okay, from 11th June, your summer break is going to start. Okay. It's not that I'm asking you to do any holidays homework beyond what we have already given you, but yes, do a lot of practice of writing skills. Okay. Yes. Now see the third question. Write a letter to the in charge of textbooks section of NCRT, New Delhi, complaining about the non-availability of textbooks even 1 month after the beginning of the new session. You are Rohit Rana, reading or studying in St. Xavier's School, Delhi. So what happened? You are the in charge of textbook section of NCRT New Delhi. So you asked for the textbooks, but even after 1 month, the books have not reached. So write a letter of complaint. So examination hall, St. Xavier's School, Delhi, March 1, 2021, Northwest Supervisor, NCRT Office, Pitampura, Delhi. Subject is complaint regarding non-availability of textbooks. Your holidays will go up till 12th of, I guess, July. Okay, your holidays will finish or end on 11th of July, I guess. Moreover, you will be told the details. Okay, so complaint regarding non-availability of textbooks. So respected sir or ma'am, instead of saying respected sir or ma'am, what can you say? Sir or ma'am should not be okay. Dear ma'am or dear sir, one thing. This is to bring to your notice that even after a month of commencement of classes, the latest NCERT textbooks are not available at any bookstore. So the very first line mention the problem. So this is to bring to your notice that even after 1 month of commencement of classes, the latest NCERT books are not available at any bookstore. Students have to attend school without textbooks. Some are borrowing the older versions of their seniors with the outdated syllabus.